Peacock Alley. Turning the other way this time, so we'll go past the graffiti. We're on a road trip! Early doors, 6:30. Roads are busy as you can see, but we're just sticking to the busy roads because we're heading to the coast. We're heading to Padang Bai, and we're heading to get a ferry to Lombok Island. Well, that's the busy, trafficy roads over. Just the last few K now, down to the ferry terminal. Could I have taken a more scenic route? Yes. However, lessons have been learned from last time I did that. 2 years ago, I took this exact same route, crossing over to Lombok. Took my time, had been told that there were ferries every hour. There weren't. I just missed one, and it was over 3 hours to the next one. Oh, and it took over 5 hours, which of course I'd done very little research as usual. I'm at the ferry terminal, ticket online. Leave my bike there for a minute. Just turn the light off. Get me a ticket. Lombok. Suksuma. That's it, 95k, so just under £5, 5-hour journey, so about £1 an hour. Okay, gonna get some grub, haven't had any breakfast yet, get some biscuits or something, some cookies and a drink, and then we'll get on board. Yeah, 2 years ago I did this little trip. I sort of remember the way in. It's always a little bit confusing in ferries. I think this is my man. Lombok? Lombok, Lemban. Go. Suksama. Sama-sama. Gonna get some food first for the journey, and then we'll get on board. Bit of a line formed already. Not too many, it's not too hot, that's the advantage. Last time I got here just after 9, this ferry leaves at 9, so I missed that one. The next one was supposed to leave at 11 and left at 12:30. That was a long old day. I can see. A little bit of judicious queue jumping. And all aboard, doesn't look very fancy, but it will do. Naraya. Finally, we're off. Only 35 minutes late. Last time it was an hour and a half, so that's an improvement. Anyway, we should get to Lemban on Lombok in about 5 hours, so that'll be about 2:30, something like that, which is much better. Last time we got there about 6:30 and was riding in the dark because it's still a bit of a ride into Malatam town. Anyway, for now, 5 hours. Sit back, enjoy. Last view of the volcano, Agung. Finally arriving. It was looking like being a quick crossing. I don't know if it was good tailwind or flat waters, and then we arrived and had to wait about an hour in the harbour. But now we're docking. It's still only about 2 o'clock, so no problems. Okay, let's get down, get the bike ready. Here we go. And we're out. 2:15. Perfect. The bigger plan, we're going to head east. We're going to head east from Lombok, where we are now. Hopefully cross this in a day tomorrow. And then cross over to the next island, Sumbawa. And then maybe over to Flores and even Sumba. No great plans, nothing. I've got a couple of vague routes, nothing's booked. I just turn up, see how we get on. See how the ferries go. Not all of them go every day. Some of them go once a week, twice a week. But we got to get there and we got to get back. We got a couple of weeks. Indonesian geography lesson, bit of a recap for some of you from previous trips. It is the 4th most populous country in the world. I was a little bit surprised when I saw that. 14th biggest by land area, biggest Muslim country in the world, but not all of the 18,000 islands, actually a lot of them are inhabited, but they're not all predominantly Muslim. Bali, obviously Hindu. Flores, a few islands along, very much Christian. But for now, we've got Lombok and Sumbawa, definitely going to be Muslim. Me, I like the Muslim islands when it's not Ramadan, which it has been the last 2 trips here. I find the people equally friendly. In fact, in some ways more friendly because they don't see so many tourists. Oh, and less dogs, more cats. Yeah. Into the gravel already, through the rice fields. We're heading north up the coast. Last time I came... Oh. Hey! Yeah, last time I came, I stayed in the main city, Mataram, which isn't far, it's about 20 kilometers north. But I've got a bit more time today, so I thought I'd go and check out a little beach resort called Sengigi. Yeah, I don't know if you remember from last year, but my trip to Java, East Java, was, let's say, affected by Ramadan. Now, the good thing about Ramadan is it's a moving date. It's every year I think it's 10 days earlier, so it's now sort of moved out of my way because I normally come here at this time. Last 2 years I've had to tour in Ramadan, and that has been complicated for getting food. Now, no Ramadan, should be able to eat like a lord. Big smiles, and we got to turn right just about here. Woo-hoo. Inda Homestay. This is where I'm staying tonight. Lovely little place. and cycle right round to my room. Simple little room, couple of beds, shared bathroom outside, super cheap. It's like 150,000, sounds a lot. £7 for the night, and then I can just chill and sit in the garden for the evening. Makasih.
Sama-sama, hati-hati.
Happy. Out of the door. Great little place. Inda homestay if you're in Sengigi. Cat alley. Oh, no cats now, but there have been a plethora of cats. It's day 2. We're going to cycle around the north edge of the island and then find somewhere to camp up for the night there, sleep for the night, and then get the ferry in the morning. That's the plan anyway. Pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. Nice little neighbourhood, very clean, and as I've said before, Muslim country, no dogs. No dogs, no dog shit everywhere, which is a big problem in Bali. You got to watch where you ride in the morning. And, of course, lots of cats. I rather like Sengigi, nice little town. I went for a walk on the beach at sunset, and then I went out for a walk on the beach first thing this morning, which was very nice. Got a cheap breakfast down on the street, and none of the touristy stuff. A couple of instant coffees, and we're ready to go. So I've done this stretch before when I rode Lombok. I went around this north coast, and then I climbed up Rinjani volcano. We will be avoiding the volcano today, which is good news because it was a big old climb right in the middle of the day. Not a particularly hard day ahead, about 120k, 1500 meters of climbing, mainly just over like little headlands like this, where they come down to meet the sea, but then you get the lovely views, so swings and roundabouts, and then a couple of bigger climbs near at the end. Now, what's slightly complicated here is the ferry, so when I get to the other side of the island, I take a ferry over to Sumbawa. However, and I could do that today, but I don't see anywhere to stay on Sumbawa within about 90k of the port. So the plan is I'll stay on Lombok another night, take the ferry early in the morning, and then ride into the main city there, where I see there are lots of options. We can see back to Agung, the big volcano on Bali. The camera can pick that out in the distance. Morning cows, nicely tethered, safely tethered. There's a nasty one, 20%er, 500 meters. Nice little viewpoint. You can see the Gili Islands, Gili Air and Gili Trawangan. Maybe there are 3, I don't know. Maybe I'll go and explore one day, maybe on this trip, who knows. Very few plans as usual, but we shall see. I fear they're overdeveloped and over touristy. Nice little hand-pulled ferry. Shame I didn't need a ride over to the other side. Did a little reading about the Gilis while I stopped for a bottle of Coke and some fried bananas. There are three of them: Gili Air, Gili Meno and Gili Trawangan. The attractive feature is there's no motorised traffic there, no scooters, no cars, only bicycles and horse-drawn carriages, which we have seen here this morning. I think Trawangan is the party island, so maybe Gili Air is worth a visit sometime. Noon prayer time. We're heading a little bit south now, a little bit uphill. Up in the clouds there is Rinjani, Mount Rinjani, the volcano of Lombok, which we rode over last time. Not the very summit, but high enough. Big old climb, I remember it. But we're just doing a few K climbing, just road cuts in from the coast here, and then we'll drop back down, and then there's a couple more climbs. After this one, I think I'll try and get some luncheon. Getting a bit peckish. Hello! Hello! This is a very quiet corner, very beautiful corner of Lombok. I don't think many tourists come up here. We're coming back to the coast, and then we're going to end up on the northeast corner of Lombok, and yeah, I've never heard of anyone going there. And judging by the locals' reactions, I've had to wave at every child and most adults. A little bright. That fan doing wonders. Yeah, kind of struggling to find anywhere to eat. I've seen a couple of small eateries, but we're in very poor, quiet country here. I don't mind eating in ramshackle, dirty little places if they're busy, but when they're quiet, that can be a little bit of a risky game. So I just went for a couple of snacks, and I'll try and hold out until hopefully there's a bigger town. Oh, a big group of foreigners. Wasn't expecting that. Maybe they're lost. Gotta say, roads are superb. Look at this one. It's been like this the whole way almost. Much better than Balinese roads. Hardly a pothole. Well, maybe a couple, but not what I've been used to of late. Balinese roads can be good or bad. There's sort of no middle ground. These, very good. Less traffic, a bit wider, certainly well paved. Great trees. Found some food. Now I just pick out what I want with the rice. Got some sort of corn fritter, some tempeh, nuts, rice, bit of chicken. That'll do me. I'm hungry. I've not eaten a lot today, and I've been riding for 5 hours. With arrived at the coast. I don't see a lot of guest houses around. Let's ride out on here anyway. Couldn't find anything in that village, despite there being various properties marked on the maps and booking apps, but they didn't exist. That is often the case. I found weird anomalies in Indonesia before. Anyway, I think I have found somewhere a few more kilometers down the coast, so we'll ride down and check it out. Condo Villa, that's what we're looking for. Relatively cheap. It's not going to be like the last night or Bali, but that's how it goes on the roads. Some good nights, some you just take what you can get. There it is, Condo Villa. I've already checked it out. Not super cheap, but not crazy expensive, 10 or 11 pounds. I think I'm the only person here apart from about 4 billion mosquitoes. But nice chap running it. He's going to throw in breakfast, and it's a bit cheaper because I didn't use booking.com. There you go, pretty basic. Kettle, I like that. Yeah, he said you can't do food, but I'll find something local nearby. Anyway, that's good. So I think the ferry's probably about 40 minutes away from here in the morning. So that's the next step. Now I'm just going to chill.